So I have to be careful as I'm driving. I just left my workout and I have my hoodie on so that I can get all the sweat out of me that could possibly come out between now and coming home. Plus it's a little chilly. But anyway, so our trainer made us do like an excruciating workout today, which I'm sure will be beneficial for the body in the long run. He made us do sit-ups with a 25-pound weight. Not fun. But anyway, so after a very excruciating and continuous workout, because he didn't really let us get a lot of breaks in between sets and in between reps of stuff, where it was pretty much non-stop just going. Afterwards he made us run 4 laps, and by the time he got through with us, like, our legs were like rubber. My legs anyway was like rubber, and from what the sister who was with me was saying, her legs was pretty much like rubber too. And so because I'm trying to drop weight, cardio is very important to me. So I have to get my heart rate up. I have to run. And even though we did a lot with weights and we did a lot of cardio in our routine today, it's still beneficial for me to get the most out of any time when I'm running, cycling, or something like that. So my legs are like rubber and I'm jogging, and I get through with the first lap and I'm like, okay, you can do it. My legs start finding some strength and they're not feeling as much like rubber, and I'm like, okay, round 2, you can do it, you can do it. So as I'm going on the second lap, and I'm finishing up, I'm like, oh, you're almost halfway there. My legs feel a little bit more stronger. Like when I first started, my legs were like jello. Like I was like, oh my god, I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. So I kept running, and I'm getting to the moral of the story of why this whole video is coming to be. And I'm gonna hurry up because I'm driving and I'm on this phone and it's gonna take forever to load. Anyway, so as I'm running, I'm thinking to myself, like, I needed to motivate myself. So I've been watching The Walking Dead like crazy. I've seen the first 2 seasons in less than like 2 or 3 days, and I saw the first episode of the 3rd season. And so, you know, I had also watched Zombieland, which I like Woody Harrelson, and it was a pretty cool little movie. And you know, one of the rules was you had to do cardio, because I can't remember which number it was, but you had to do cardio. And so as I'm running, I'm thinking, okay, imagine, because I've been watching this, imagine zombies are coming after you and you have to beat them. And so I was thinking about it, because in a way, you know, we all deal with zombies outside of us, you know, people that we consider, for lack of better terms, not to be aware of the point we're trying to make or what we're trying to teach or show or be or whatever. We deal with zombies, or not even that they're not aware, but some people are just, you know, suckers of your mind and suckers of your soul and your spirit. So it made me think of that. So I'm like, run like, you know, you got zombies coming behind you and your life depends on it. But then an even more profound thought came to me, or at least a thought that I think is profound. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes we're so focused on the zombies outside of us that we never think about the zombies within. You know, what is inside of us that is eating at our mind, or eating at our spirit, or eating at our soul? Like, what thoughts, what notions, what fears, what sorrows, what insecurities, what inadequacies, what misconceptions and deceptions are on inside of us, eating at us on a regular basis. And sometimes we don't pay enough attention to those zombies, for lack of better terms, because we're so busy focused on who and what outside of us is igniting those zombies. Like, generally speaking, there are some people who suck your spirit, suck your soul, suck your mind, but most of the times it's more so that they activate the zombie within us that begins to suck our souls, suck our minds, and suck our spirits. So, you know, I want us to begin to become more conscious about, you know, a lot of our external worries and concerns and fears that we put on the zombies outside of us, or the people outside of us, or the issues outside of us, is more so from what we're dealing with within our own beings. You know, it's not that person. That person is just activating that thing within you that's lying dormant. And actually, the people in our lives often come to activate those dormant things, you know. And I'm going to make this brief because I'm getting off topic on another video that I want to do. But I really want to do a video about relationships, because everybody says, I want a real relationship. I want to know somebody. I just want to know them. I want to know who they are. I want to grow with them, and I want to be one with somebody, and in that intimate, you know, kind of way. And honestly, societally speaking, we have been trained not to accept who people really are. We accept what we want people to be for us. We accept them behaving and performing how we think they should. And the first time someone doesn't, we're generally pretty quick to dispose of them from our existence. And I'm not saying that you should not in relationships that are no longer fruitful in your now, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't let go of things that no longer serve you. But what I am saying is sometimes the thing is serving you by activating some things in you that are uncomfortable, that are vexing, that are challenging. And that's what I want to say. Most of us are not willing to go through the challenge that I think a true relationship creates within self. Not necessarily because a person has done this or that, but just giving up the concepts of separatism and individuality, and finding balance on how to remain an individual and how to become one with somebody. Learning that falling, for lack of better terms, in love, or surrendering to a love, or surrendering to communing with a person on a deep level is not sacrificial, even though it's challenging. And in a lot of ways it can raise you to a higher level of self. And because of what we've been taught, we shy so much away from that. And it's because of those zombies within us that really don't want to be evicted. Good word, evicted, who like residency within us. It's those fears that have told us that they've protected us from this kind of torture and this kind of pain. And what we usually find is those very thoughts that have to a degree protected us have also hurt us, have also hindered us, have also limited us, also crippled us and disabled us, also buried us to a certain extent within ourselves, so that we don't fully emerge. And then when we dare to fully emerge, when we dare to expose ourselves to another person, oftentimes their first response is, I don't want to deal with it. And it really boggles my mind, because a lot of us who speak on unconditional love and, you know, patience and forgiveness, we speak that until it's our turn to do it. You know, and I'm not saying that there are not certain reasons why you shouldn't leave a relationship or friendship, and only you know what those are. But to immediately decide for the people around you what they should do is very unfair. It's very unfair. And to put the pressure on them to do it your way, which is again further proof of why most of us don't expose ourselves to each other, because we can't. And that's not that we can't, because we actually can, and some of us have to be brave enough to do it, because if we don't, no one else will. But generally speaking, we can't expose ourselves to each other, because if we do, we face all kinds of judgment, all kinds of ridicule, and a lot of times we're ostracized by the very people that we love the most, which does not help the situation in the being that you're dealing with. All it does is send them deeper and darker into the abscess of self, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it is when you're hiding from seeing yourself, because now you're just out there in the abyss and kind of like a limbo where there's no way for you to pull yourself back into you. You're just out there. You're just shut down. And then because you're void and empty and shut down, you begin to act out in different ways. So I say all of that to say we need to be more cognizant of the zombies, for lack of better terms, within us. What is eating at your mind? What is disabling your ability to go forward as a living, loving, laughing, creating, powerful, encouraging, aspiring, inspiring, dynamic, brilliant being? What is stopping your flow? What is stopping your ability to move forward? What is hindering your ability to tap in and be aware and awake to all the things that are around you, to really and truly feel and to really and truly know? Because I think some knowledge only comes through what you feel. Ha ha ha. That's one to ponder. But anyway, I'm done. I'm almost home. It's been 11 minutes. I didn't mean to talk this long, but I always have a lot to say. And I just wanted to share. I hope it blesses someone, teaches someone, loves someone, heals someone, encourages someone, aspires someone to just heal self. And even greater, to realize self doesn't need to be healed because self is not sick. Just to come back into one's own wellness is the greater or the other aspect of fully coming back into self is that you're already well. Like, you're not sick. You have erroneous thoughts you might need to eject from your being, and as you do that, you'll come back into your fullness and your wellness even more. I'm speaking to my neighbor. But anyway, I love you guys. Be well. Peace.